with pregnancy, with PMS, you believed them. Why? Because your fear of estrogen prevented you from considering the illogic in what they were telling you. You were already in a state of inaction with regard to using estrogen. So all they had to do was seize upon that to put you into a state of action with regard to progesterone. So they marketed progesterone as the safe product, and you paid money to get it. Do you see how this constitutes fear marketing? Do you see why women are so confused? What about the fear of weight gain? You've always known that weight gain is directly associated with diet and exercise. And before menopause, it was relatively easy to maintain your weight. And that was because your sex hormones helped you keep your metabolism rapid. But at menopause, you gain weight. Why? Because you lose the sex hormones that helped you keep your metabolism rapid. But what do you hear about weight gain and hormones like birth control pills and HRT? Do other women tell you that hormones helped them lose weight? Or do they tell you that hormones made them gain weight? I'm gonna bet you've heard all sorts of stories from your girlfriends about hormones making them get as big as a house. So what did you do? Did you say, hogwash, that makes no sense? Or did you adopt a fear of weight gain that paralyzed you into avoiding hormones? Despite the fact that it isn't until you lose your hormones at menopause that women gain weight, very few women think logically about this. Instead, they react emotionally to their fear of weight gain. And although they gain weight at the time of menopause anyway, they assume that hormones would make them gain even more weight. But the opposite is true. But you see, that's the effect of fear. It imprisons you. It inhibits your tendency to apply any logic at all, no matter what the situation. Okay, now for breast cancer. How much have you heard women talk about fearing breast cancer? And how much have you heard them talk about fearing a heart attack? You've heard me say numerous times that your greatest risk at menopause is a heart attack. How many times did you have to hear me say that before you realized it was true? Had you been so scared into fearing breast cancer that you didn't believe me at first? Did you have to acknowledge that I give you nothing but facts before you would accept the statistics? And even if you have accepted the statistics, are you still letting your fear of breast cancer govern your decisions? You see, statistics are real. They tell you numerically what's most important. So you would expect that upon hearing 1 out of 2 women die of heart attack and 1 out of 29 die of breast cancer, that women would immediately shift their focus to the disease that's much more likely to kill them. But you would be surprised. The fear of breast cancer is a very difficult thing to erase or reverse. Once you've gotten an injection of fear, it blinds you, clouds your thinking, makes you deaf, and paralyzes you. Fear is like quicksand. It's just so difficult to let go of it. In fact, most women actually defend their fear. They justify it, rationalize it, and even protect it. The fear sort of takes on a life of its own. And I think this fear of breast cancer is the greatest fear of all, which is a terrible shame. We have so many multiple ways to prevent breast cancer, but women haven't gotten that information. Or if they have, they're just too stuck on the fear to act on it. We have wonderful means of finding breast cancer early when it's entirely curable. They include your self-breast exam and mammograms. But women are so scared that they have demonized these to indicate that either they aren't capable of doing their own self-breast exam or that mammograms cause the cancer in the first place. That's just crazy, absolutely crazy. But it is entirely consistent with the effect that fear has on behavior. So whether you have a fear of menopause or estrogen or weight gain or breast cancer, please, please get this education. At some point, you'll recognize fear as fear and facts as facts, and that's when you'll be free from prison. And any time you encounter marketing that preys on your fears, you will recognize it for what it is. I just don't want your future to be fear-based. I want it to be logic-based and fact-based. Think about this a bit. If you want me to help you and you want to discuss your fears, I will be happy to do that with you. I am not judgmental. I am here to help you. All you have to do for my personal help is go to menopausetailor.me and schedule a one-on-one consultation. I will help you with everything, and I will probably be telling you you're really, really more normal than you realize, because the truth is most women are so relieved to discover that the things that they know are illogical and irrational are really very normal. But once you know that, it helps you. It helps you make good decisions despite the fears and their irrationality. So I love it that you're listening to these podcasts. I love it that you're getting this education. You know, this is the education all women deserve. I'm the only person on this entire planet educating you without trying to sell you something, coerce you, or push a certain management style on you. I cover everything in every form. And as you can see, I use all kinds of things to help make sense of the material. So understand how this fear works so that you don't let it get the best of you, because fear is not your friend. Facts are your friend. What you do with them is your choice. No one's judging you. You get to do anything you want to manage your menopause your way, but I just would hate it for you to do everything out of fear and then regret it later. So please keep listening to these podcasts and go to my website where you can find my book. You can get a DVD of the entire education that's only 14 hours long, or you can get 15 webinars that's the same education, 14 hours long, and you can have the entire education in just a jiffy, and you will see how to use all the tools I give you to be powerful in getting what you want to manage your menopause your way. This is so, so important, and unfortunately, this education has never been available to women, ever, and this is the first time it ever has been. I love doing it. I'll always continue doing it. And I hope that more and more women take advantage of it. So share it with all your friends and your family. And don't be surprised if most of them reject it because of fear and denial. That is the state of affairs of menopause in the world today. That is why I do this radio show, to make the awareness more available to you so that you understand how bad the situation is in terms of people's knowledge, understanding, and acceptance of menopause. And I'm just here to make it all much better. Okay, I'm Menopause Taylor. I'm going to sign off for now. Come back for the next podcast, and I hope you do well. Talk to you later. Bye.